let's talk about the beginning of young Nick's life and
how old is old Nick now?
Current Nick, right?
Yeah, current Nick.
I'm 33.
33.
Okay.
So once upon a time, I mean, Matt, you probably remember my dad used to always go to the Enduros with me in the early
Carl.
days.
Yeah, I remember Carl.
So he got me started. My parents got me my first bike when I was maybe 3.5, a little PW. And I just recreationally rode around the house, just play road. I think my dad would get a kick out of, at the end of the day, if he wasn't riding and they were, say, had a bonfire or something, be kicking around a drink with the guys. They'd throw a log out there and have me try to go over the log on my PW. And then that would escalate into bigger logs.
Was that their entertainment? Let's see if Nick can get across the logs.
Yeah. I mean, that might've been the start of something right there, now that we're kind of never thought about it that way, but, and I progressed through like old, metal gas tank XRs, and because this would have been like 1991, and then through the 90s, just riding really old antiquated bikes. And it wasn't until like 99, I was 12 and I got on a full size, a 200cc two-stroke, and that's when I went and started doing my first off-road races around Southern Ohio's District 11. I did a couple hare scrambles, did a couple local enduros, and kind of just took to it. I did well in like the B class. So that's when my dad thought it'd be a good idea to take me to all the national enduros as a B rider, just to, I guess he saw as an opportunity to win, like a class championship before I got in the A class, when, a lot of guys get to the A class and never win a darn thing. So, so that's what we did. And actually I was a little, say underage to be riding enduros at that time, because you were supposed to have a license. So the AMA got on the phone and threatened me to stop riding enduros until I had a license. So I missed a few races, but then ultimately I did end up winning the overall B that year, and went to a lot of neat places to race. I think that year was there was a national enduro in Colorado. It was like the throttlehead.com national enduro. I don't know if you remember that.
I never went to it, but I remember them having a national there.
Okay. Yeah. So that was super cool. I mean, I'd never ridden a bike in Colorado, never ridden in the mountains, and to go out there and do that at that age was great. So anyway, I just kind of rode the national enduros every year for like 12 years in a row. I went and did the college thing. I went to college for mechanical engineering, so that was tough, because I wasn't going to stop racing. And
where'd you go to school by chance?
University of Dayton.
Oh, okay.
I stayed close to home so I could keep the bikes going in Dad's garage.
Understand.
And so, I mean, that was trying. Anybody that races and goes to college, it's I know the struggle. So it definitely was compromising the results. But once I got out of school, I quickly picked up a factory Husaberg ride. And that's when that stint I had on Husaberg for, actually I started out on gas gases.
I do remember that.
Yeah. First year in the AA class. So yeah, we're still in rewind mode here. This would have been 2005. I rode 250A, and the riders in 250A were Russell Bobbitt, Steven Edmondson, Blair Bersano, Tim Tabor, and myself. I don't know who I'm forgetting. So that was a tough year in the A class.
Yeah.
And I think I finished fourth, but that was the first year I'd ever been on a 250. And the top 4 or 5 riders in the 250A class all got their AA national number that following year. So it was quite a year moving into 2006, where I got on the gas, rode AA. And I guess from there I rode AA for 10 years. And then I finished all over the map. I'd get better and better. And then, I guess life would shift, competition would get hard, and I'd usually bounce off injuries. But I went through a string where I started winning a bunch of nationals. I led the points championship 2 different years for a moment, and then it just wasn't meant to be. I'm going to crown myself the unofficial fastest guy to not win that championship.
You run a Husky then, right?
Yeah, I finished off my stint trying to take the national series on a Husky. I don't know if I said that right. Yeah, my last serious year on a Husky, and just my everything kind of deflated around me. I was stressed about trying to race to keep alive, and I was racing through injuries, and it was just needed to make a life shift, I guess. So I said I was going to quit, and then the next year I got some help from Clay Stuckey, who started importing the Sherco motorcycles.
What year was this, Nick? Approximately.
This was 2017.